Welcome back everyone to another brand new second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. And you know I don't like to sugarcoat anything, I give it to you guys straight. The fact is that in this update, I only really have good news to give you. This is fantastic news. Today was a great day in regards to stimulus, and the hopes of stimulus are now through the roof. So we're going to be giving it all to you in this video, what's been going on, the latest developments. You're going to want to stay tuned and watch the entire video till the end. That's right, stimulus could be right around the corner, upcoming, impending. But before we talk about stimulus, I need you guys to stimulate a few things for me. Go ahead. First on the list is going to be to smash that like button, give the video a big thumbs up. Make that like button turn blue. I would greatly appreciate that. That will increase the YouTube algorithm. More people see the video. That way we'll be in the know. Everyone will be more privy to what is going on. So it just helps everyone, and it also contributes to our community. Also, if you want to feel extra gracious, extra generous, hit that big red button, the subscribe button. That subscribe button is very important, but even more important is that notification bell, because that will actually notify you every single time I do post a new video. Sometimes the videos get hidden, sometimes you don't see it on your recommended, even if you're subscribed. So hit the notification bell, you actually get a direct notification. I'll be first in line for you guys to give you the latest. And if you want to super support the channel, you're feeling 10 times more supportive, also share the video with a friend. Give it to someone who might actually need this information, need this knowledge. Share it with a family member or a friend alike. You know, for the holidays, sharing is caring. So you can give them value, free value that is. You don't have to pay for this gift. It's totally free to do so. So what is on the agenda for today's video? Well, the fact is that negotiators and lawmakers were extremely busy today. No one was dilly-dallying, fooling around. Today, we were really cracking down, getting to the nitty-gritty, and looking at exactly what could be passed on to Americans. So the fact is that, to put it simply, we're going to be getting potentially the burger, the fries, the drink, everything, the entire combination. Remember, it was always a decision. We were having to choose for this stimulus package that would be passed before the end of the year. We were having to choose between the fries and the drink, but now we're going to get it both. We're actually going to get the full combo. And what do I mean by that? Well, remember the White House offer about a couple weeks ago? That one would have said no unemployment benefits, but you would get a $600 stimulus check. $600 stimulus check, and not $1,200, but at least you're getting something. And then the bipartisan proposal that we've covered mostly, mainly, chiefly in the last few videos, that one said yes, unemployment benefits of $300 a week, but no stimulus check. Not one penny in direct relief, no direct payments to Americans. And in response to that proposal, because that was gaining the most momentum, it was definitely making strides and could very well be the proposal that we see. We saw lawmakers and very top-ranking officials like Bernie Sanders. Of course, he was pleading impassionately. He was saying, we have to send direct relief to Americans. We cannot have a Christmas and a New Year without stimulus checks. We need to pass stimulus checks to Americans. We saw even on the Republican side, such as Senator Josh Hawley, a Republican, GOP, you wouldn't think. He's saying we need stimulus. We need to pass it in this bill. We cannot reject stimulus in the next stimulus package. It has to be included. Well, those pleas, those demands seem to have worked, because guess what? We now could be seeing in this proposal stimulus checks included. That's right, it would still cost around $900 billion unless this package gets updated, but it's really the same proposal, just with stimulus checks included. It's still going to include the PPP, or Paycheck Protection Program. It's still going to include $300 in unemployment benefits, supplemental unemployment benefits at the federal level, and likely your state would also extend unemployment benefits as well. And not $1,200, unfortunately, but this would also call for a $600 stimulus check. Sure, this wasn't an instantaneous compromise. There had to be a great amount of abbreviated provisions and legislation in there. Specifically on the Democratic side, they were going for some very ambitious numbers that the Republicans would never take. But the Democrats compromised, and they really made this happen, because now we could really see a $900 billion stimulus package passed with stimulus checks included. As we know, Democrats have been vying and fighting for months and months on end to get every single penny included, multi-trillion-dollar package, the GDP of an entire small country in some parts of the world. Trillions of dollars they've been trying to fight for. Since then, Pelosi came down from the 3 to the 2, finally to the 1. Mitch McConnell still said no, it has to be $500 billion. and now it seems we're meeting in the middle finally, around $900 billion. Republicans had been fearful for months about adding and padding to the government's already $27 trillion debt. I'm sure it's going up as I'm filming this and as you're watching this, of course. But what's another $1 trillion or so? And not only do President-elect Joe Biden want more stimulus, but also President Trump had been calling for stimulus checks all this time. He was ready to sign something. He wants direct payments to Americans. He didn't care. President-elect Biden is eager for an aid package to be delivered to the jobless and the hungry. Now, even though Democrats didn't get everything they wanted, not all of the line items, he called this package an important down payment and promised more help next year on top of this emerging package. Even Mitch McConnell, who has often been Mitch the Grinch or Mitch the expletive word I cannot say on camera without getting demonetized, even he in recent days has changed his tune and is now showing some emotion. Could you believe it, that Mitch McConnell actually has some feelings? He recently said, quote, "We made major headway toward hammering out a bipartisan relief package," he told reporters Wednesday morning. And during a Senate GOP lunchtime call a day earlier, party leaders stressed the importance of reaching an agreement before the upcoming Georgia runoff races, of course. This is according to a person who was on the private call and granted anonymity to discuss it. The details are still being refined and hashed out, and of course discussions are still ongoing. But I kind of predicted this. Remember in yesterday's video, I'd actually said in the next 24 hours, some very critical, super imperative decisions could be made, and that's what we have here. That is what we got, because today we learned that a $900 billion package could ultimately include $600 in stimulus checks and $300 in unemployment benefits. Now, Democrats took a huge L in this package. It was a bitter loss, and they even acknowledged it because they had to lose $160 billion in state and local aid, which is so important right now to keep our healthcare workers employed and some of our frontline workers, and of course the distribution of the vaccine. But in order to get direct relief to Americans, sometimes you have to sacrifice. So House lawmakers returned to Washington today in hopes of passing the emerging package, but this would also be in conjunction with a government spending bill. It would be a combination of the stimulus package along with a $1.4 trillion government-wide spending bill and a host of other remaining congressional business, including extending expiring tax breaks and passing any other unfinished legislation. So lawmakers a lot more likely to pass this $600 stimulus check as opposed to a $1,200 stimulus check, because it's actually going to save them a lot of money. Of course, we want to line our pockets, not line theirs. However, the cost of $1,200 stimulus checks would have costed totaling around $300 billion, but now that it's cut to $600, it should only cost about $150. Remember, lawmakers are going home to their families this Christmas on a paid vacation, while millions and millions of Americans are suffering. And even Bernie Sanders, he did take kind to this idea and the fact that we are going to be providing more direct payments to Americans, but he is still saying we have to do more. He's not letting down, and Bernie is a fighter. No matter what you think of him, no matter if you disagree or agree with his politics, he is a fighter. And even today he said, quote, "I'm glad we're at some $600 per working class adult and $600 for the kids. For a family of four, that would be roughly $2,400, which I think will be pretty good news during this rather bleak Christmas period." But then he wanted to say, quote, "But we have got to do more." So he thinks $600 is not enough. But if you have a family for $2,400, hopefully that will cover your rent or mortgage. Congressional leaders, though, are still going back and forth, trading offer after offer. This is not finalized by any means. No one has voted on it. This has not even started the process of a congressional vote yet. Friday is our deadline right now. You have to have that government funding bill passed by Friday at midnight in order to keep the government open, and hopefully that stimulus package is tied along with it. But McConnell, in a conference call today, suggested the fact that the final passage of the bill could slip into the weekend, and he already has prepared his caucus and members for doing that. So that's definitely great news. We have at least maybe until Saturday or Sunday to get this bill finally passed. So this means that there's actually still a small chance that the government shuts down for a brief amount of time, and that could also mean that we have to have a short-term stopgap measure passed in order to prevent that from happening. So many variables here, especially with the government shutdown. Hopefully, we will see stimulus passed. So that's the current state of the union as it stands right now. This is fantastic news. It certainly bodes well. Only good omens in this update, I have to say, because just a couple weeks ago, or before the election, of course, signs didn't look that positive or optimistic. Now they are. So hopefully we can come together, come to terms, and get not only unemployment benefits, but direct payment as well. It would really be fantastic to see that in time for Christmas. What a Christmas present Santa delivered. But something you have to consider, especially with the holidays and so many people struggling, is if we just send direct payments right to Americans, the money is going to be right circled back into the economy. Just like Andrew Yang's reasoning for universal basic income, that $1,000 a month he was pushing for, would be put right back into the economy within seconds, not even minutes. You could wait seconds and it's already back in. So I don't see why we can't just pass direct relief to Americans. Why is it such a controversial part all of a sudden? It makes no sense when we know, with millions of people struggling and the holidays combined, people are going to be spending that money right when they get it. They're not going to wait one day. Of course, if you're a fan of this channel, you're probably going to try your best to invest it and keep it safe, right? Maybe you want to do a little spending spree for yourself, who knows? But I do hope you enjoyed this video. Certainly good news. If you did get value out of it, if you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. Smash the like button for me. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you want to see more videos on my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the next update. Super critical. Cross our fingers.